Ayan. So, thank you, Coach Tara, for the introduction. So, again, my name is Grace Masalito. So, actually, under ako sa organization ni Coach Tara and Doc Jet sa Mompreneurs. So, I also have, just, yeah. Sound, teka lang. Paano ba?
Ayan, sorry, no? Ako yung nawala. Ayan, natapos ba yung introduction ko?
O, natapos yung introduction mo, actually.
Ayan, sige, go. Ayan, take it away, Coach Grace.
May narinig akong sound. I-mute ko lang. Hindi ko nakakarinig. How do you
just click participants, then mute all. And then, if may questions kayo, guys, just unmute it.
Mute all? Ayan. Okay. Ayan. So, again, good evening for most of you. So, just like what Coach Tara said, a little about me. I'm actually a clinical psychologist, and I specialize in addictions and trauma. So, if you think about it, sobrang layo ng USANA sa dati kong ginagawa. And I was also a former faculty in Cebu Doctors University and Graduate School. And I also worked in Singapore. Katulad ni Coach Reg, actually galing ako Singapore before ako nag-New York. Galing kami ng asawa ko sa Singapore. And
hindi tayo nagkita!
Oo nga. Ano ako, Coach Reg? 2009 to 20...
wala pa ako.
Oo. Okay.
Wow!
Ako, di ba? Siyempre. So, 2009, and then we left siguro 2011 to New York. So, ganon. So, I was actually an OFW in Singapore, both my husband and I. And right now, I'm currently based in New York City. So, I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom. And syempre, a happy wife. So, I have 2 boys, 2 years old and 4 years old. So, medyo riot talaga yung bahay namin. And I got my promotion for directorship last June 2017 lang. So that was 6 months after I joined. So I also got my PPS, by the way. So nakaka-relate talaga ako sa mga PPS hitters natin ngayon. So been there, and definitely kayang-kaya nyo yan. Diba? Nakaya ko nga eh. And like what Coach Tara said, basically I do my business online. Lahat halos. I've only done 2 live presentations sa buong time na nag-USANA ako. So parang ang isa, dahil pumunta dito, nag-dinner, tapos yun, nagpa-present. And tapos isa, I met her because of my downline din. So basically, I do the presentation, the inviting online. And this is my 10th month now. So, 10 months and counting. Syempre, matirang mayaman. So, basically, yun. That's about me. And so, just for you to understand where I'm coming from. So, according to Eric Worre, in recruiting daw, there are no good or bad experiences. Just learning experiences. So, the best thing that can happen for you is to develop the skills to recruit on demand in any situation. So practice, practice, practice. So no bad experience. So kahit nare-reject ka, hindi bad experience yun. Learning experience yun. So what is inviting? Let me define that first. So inviting is to influence someone to do something or go somewhere. So the key word there is influence. So when you're inviting pala, you have to put that influence. Okay? And it has to be attractive, enticing, exciting, tempting, enjoyable. O, diba? So, let's say nung kasal ni Mentor Eric at Mentor Teresa, diba? Nakita ko, pinost yung invitation, parang blue, silver, and gold letters. O, diba? Sobrang bongga. So, let's say, they were inviting you sa kasal nila and they gave you that, So, ang impression mo, di ba? Usually, you would, like, based on that lang na nakita ko, hindi nga ako, di ba, hindi ko nga natanggap yun physically, nakita ko lang pinost ng somebody, sabi ko, wow, di ba, bongga. Like, hindi ko pa alam anong mangyayari sa kasal, but definitely, I'm expecting something really fantastic, something na bongga. because of the impression sa invitation pala. So let's say may nag-invite sa'yo naman ng kasal, tapos sinulat lang sa kamay, tapos yung 1/4 sheet of paper na may linya-linya pa, diba? Tapos tinupi, hindi pa pantay. Tapos binigay sa'yo, Coach Reg, punta ka sa kasal ko, eto sinit lang sa kamay mo, ayan.
Grabe, exam lang.
Parang kodigo lang, di ba? Ano to, di ba? Tapos pag, wait, punta ka naman sa kasal ko, ganitong oras, ganito.
Grabe.
So, anong impression mo noon? So, parang maiingganyo ka ba? Siyempre, kung kaibigan mo, pupunta ka talaga. Pero yung impression mo, di ba? Parang parang, joke ba to? Sigurado ka, best na kakasal ka talaga, ganito, di ba? So parang yung impression mo, hindi ganon kaganda, hindi ganon ka-enticing. Parang hindi ka magdadalawang isip ka, pupunta ba ako or joke ba to, di ba? So just like our invitation, when we invite, it has to be like the invitation of Mentor Eric and Teresa. Ganon siya ka-attractive dapat. So it has to be something that's professional. Diba? Sabi nga ni Eric Worre, it's about professionalizing our industry, which is networking. So yun siya. And basically, it's to sell the presentation. It's just a trailer. It's not the movie itself. So wag ka munang mag-present. Ito, invitation lang to. Patikim lang to, kumbaga. Okay? So inviting is not the presentation itself, like I said. It's not to convince someone to buy your product or join the business too. Diba? If yun yung inaakala mo, naku, mag-i-invite ako, sis, bili ka nito, ganito. Isama ka sa negosyo namin, pampayaman to. Hindi siya ganon. Okay? So, where do we start? Syempre, sa'yo, sa akin, ikaw, nanonood, kayo lahat na nakikita ko dito sa pictures. So, it starts with us. Bakit? Because mindset change. Okay? So, we have to learn to differentiate in our heads kung ano yung selling versus helping and sharing. Okay? We are doing the helping and sharing. It's not really about selling per se. And then, it's to understand that we are educating and helping others. It's an advocacy. Diba we call ourselves health advocates nga. So, I really believe that we have to stay true to that also in what we're doing. And then, don't be too emotionally attached with the outcome. So, alam ko, especially sa mga taong baguhan pa, like mga PPS hitters, you're so excited, you're so passionate to start this, but you have to go into this with a mindset na hindi ka dapat emotionally attached sa outcome. Why? Because the business so far as my experience, it's such a roller coaster, yung emotions. You have the big wins, and then every now and then you have losses also, and frustrations and happiness. So if you're very attached to the outcome, you're gonna be exhausted, mapapagod ka talaga, ma-frustrate ka, akala mo eto na, tapos hindi pala, nilagay mo na lahat ng itlog mo dun sa bowl na yun at hinope mo na eto na yun, pero hindi, di ba? So, hindi laging ganun kasi, di ba? So, you have to, ngayon pa lang, you have to be emotionally unattached na. So, but you have to be optimistic. It doesn't mean, sige, ninega na lang ako, inviting kita, pero hindi ka pupunta, parang ganon, di ba? So, hindi naman ganon. Emotionally, don't be too attached, but be optimistic and assume the yes. And then work on your own convictions in the networking business. And we always have this in our NDO, di ba? Yung belief system natin, beliefs in our company, products, and the networking industry. So, kailangan yon kasi napuproject mo kasi yon if you're proud about what you're doing. Kasi if you're hesitant because nahiya ka na ako, networker, hindi ko gagamitin yung word na yun, nakakatakot yun, di ba? So, if ganun yung conviction mo, kulang na kulang yon, and you will find yourselves questioning, tama ba itong ginagawa ko? Tinanong ako, scam to. O nga, baka nga scam to. Hindi, pati ikaw na nag-handle, hindi imbis mag-handle ka ng objections, pati ikaw nag-object, diba? So really be convicted in what we're doing. Have that heart and mind. According to Robert Kiyosaki nga daw, before you can transform your wallet from poor to rich, you've got to transform your spirit from poor to rich daw. So, hindi daw siya Yan. So, so hindi pala dapat ma-transform lang yung wallet. Dapat nagsisimula sa spirit natin from poor to a rich kind of spirit and mindset. So success factors when inviting, 5 things. How to get prospects to respect you, daily routines, invite without nervousness, master overcoming objections, and foolproof follow-up. So first one, getting respect from our prospects. So people buy into us. So we have to build a brand that with trust and integrity. Kasi if Usana lang at Usana, the company and the products, actually, ang Usana known to be really good na, especially for people who have heard about it. So Usana in itself, the branding is really good. But the thing is, people buy into you. So anong klase ang impression ang binibigay mo sa tao? From social media to your interactions with them, are you somebody that people respect? You know, are you somebody with integrity and trustworthiness? So you have to project confidence and posture. Kahit medyo sa loob-loob ninenervyos ka, okay lang yun, walang nakakaalam nun, ikaw lang. Okay? So project confidence, and then don't fit into the MLM stereotype. Question mark ko to kasi gusto kong matanong sa inyo, ano bang mga stereotype na alam natin, lalo na sa Pilipinas kasi syempre, di ba, medyo mainit ang networking dyan. So, you know, ano bang networking stereotype ang naririnig nyo about networkers? Ano bang stereotype nila? Can you share? Feel free to unmute yourself. Ano bang mga naririnig natin na, uy, networker ka? Di ba ganito-ganito yun? O, di ba? Anong mga naririnig nyo dyan? Mga sample.
Yung mga
Cam.
ng pera sa
Open ka ba?
Ay, sorry. Ano po yun? Sorry. Nagsabay tuloy.
Sige, Coach V.
Ay, Coach Vin. Sige, Coach Vin. Sorry, hindi ko masyado nakikita lahat ng list ng participants.
I'm with Coach Katie actually. Yung ano na, open ka ba? Ano ba stereotype natin na parang ito na naman. Yung parang yung sa networking, yung parang the way they see it is parang you're just out to get their money. And parang ganon yung dating na it's not really about what you're pushing for, the products, and parang you're just there to recruit people. Parang ganon. Parang kulto yung dating.
So parang you're taking advantage lang sa sa mga tao at saka piperahan mo lang ako. You're just gonna rip me off. So, thank you, Coach Vince. Ano pa? Sino pang may mga masasakit na narinig dyan about networkers?
Coach, yung nagdi-display ng pera sa Facebook.
Oo.
Yung mga nakapamaypay yung pera, gano'n.
Tama talaga yun. As in, ako
Ayun.
to turn off.
Kadiri.
Oo, tama. Oo, yun yung mga papaypay sa pera, di ba?
Mukhang pera.
$1.
Including cheque po, yung mga may cheque-cheque.
May cheque-cheque. Ganun naman, cheque, pera, ganun, pinagpapadisplay. Meron pa ba? Mga negative stereotypes sa atin ng mga networkers.
Coach Grace, dito sa UK. What they think of networking is that you're recruiting them to use them to be able to go up to the ladder.
Grabe naman yun. Ang sakit nun. Thank you po.
Sakit.
Yeah, and because people already work, and then it's like for them you are disrupting them on their daily working lives, on their family lives, because they know how hard it is. You have to recruit people and recruit so that you will be on the top. Ganun talaga ito network, and everybody knows that. That's why it's harder to recruit people here than in Philippines. Pati sa Pilipinas kasi although marami ng mga networking then, but then this go up to the ladder and go, kasi everybody, some of the people in Philippines na-attract sila sa mga travel incentives, sa dollars, lalo pag sinabi mong dollars, cling agad yan sa pandinig nila. Because here, they're already earning pounds.
Yeah.
Diba? And then what they wanted to do is just to keep up the bills and everything. So maybe some of them is more concerned about health and income every month, but to go and invite people, or they're not keen of it. Okay,
Mhm.
unless na lang they're really desperate to be healthy, then they will go for it. They can listen to you, but obviously it's up to you how you brand yourself.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
tama yun, Coach. Thank you. So, marami tayong narinig na examples ng negative stereotypes, di ba? So, um, that's why it's really important na we don't fit into that. Ako mismo, like, I make sure that I do away with yung mga pera, check-in na pinagdi-display. I do away with it. And those other, yung parang mga niloloko mo sila sa inviting style mo, tipong ganun. Honestly, I really don't want that because I don't want that to be done to me also. Kung hindi ako nagni-networking, tapos I was invited in a very dodgy way, I wouldn't want that. So I wouldn't do that to other people also. So let's build trust and integrity in the way we do our business. I really believe in that, and the rest will follow. So if people like you, they will listen to you. But if they trust you, they'll do business with you, o diba? So according to Zig Ziglar, so iba pala talaga yung trust, diba? Kasi they will be more keen to do business with you. Daily routines. So the 553 rule. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but this is by Simon Chan. So it's 553. 5 people that you talk to, 5 people that you present, and then 3 people that you follow up. So yun yung daily routines natin. We also have our 1, 2, 3, 4, diba, in our own team. So it can be something like that also. What's important is you have a routine, a regular, consistent routine. So 1, 2, 3, 4 naman is 1 pay-in, 2 hours or 2 chapters of personal development, 3 products to move, and then 4 is 4 presentations. So when setting daily routines, I think it was Coach Reg before or Coach Bia who did this time management training for us. So it's really important to set time for USANA. So naalala ko, I had this coaching with somebody, a business coach, a general business coach, and he told me, pick a number. Pick a number as in like number of hours that you are able to do your business, USANA. And then pick a number that you're gonna be happy about. Kasi at that time, I was sharing to him na nagigilty ako kasi parang feeling ko I have to do it for like 8 hours a day, I have to do it 12 hours a day. Kasi nga, I'm a full-time mom. So, but then, hindi talaga kaya, honestly, like for my schedule. So, ang nangyayari tuloy, nagigilty ako. So, nag-open up ako sa coach na yun kasi free coaching yun. He said, pick a number that you're gonna be happy about and that you can commit. There's no point in aiming for 8 hours a day if you really can't do it din naman. It just causes frustration and guilt, which doesn't help in the business. So if you, let's say, I know for some of us, we have mixed schedules. Some of us are full-time workers, some of us are part-time workers, some are night shift, day shift, 2 shifts, diba? So it has to be individualized talaga kasi depende talaga sa schedule mo. Like ako, I have my own schedule that runs around with my kids too. So, some days I can do more USANA, some days I have less hours for USANA. But what's important is if you only have 2 hours a day for USANA, make sure that in that 2 hours, sumipot ka, diba? So, let's say 9 to 11 ang USANA mo before you go to bed. Make sure that it's like a job. If you say 9 p.m., sumipot ka ng 9 p.m., diba? And you become laser focused on those 2 hours with USANA, whether, it's about inviting, attraction marketing, presentation, personal development. Make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing in those hours. That's what's important. It's not the number na sobrang dami ng hours dapat kung hindi mo naman din na ma-maximize. And then the only difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they use their time. So, hindi pala ang difference ng rich at poor ay ang pera. Actually pala kung paano mo ginagamit yung oras mo. O, diba? And then, invite without nervousness. The more you talk, the more you lose down. So sabi ni Raman Chen, I was listening to him, he's a diamond director in Australia, and he said, talk less to more people instead of talking more to less people. O, di ba? So, dapat ganun pala. And then again, fake it. Project confidence. Like I always say, fake it until you make it. So, again, as I said, walang nakakaalam na ninervyos ka unless sabihin mo sa kanila or if makikita nila. And then, inviting, which I would elaborate later on, use if I would you kind of statements. And this is by Eric Worre. So, example lang would be, if I would you. So, if I give you a video link about what I do, would you watch it? Or, sorry, I just have to move the pictures kasi natatakpan sa screen ko. Ayun. So, if I share more about paano ko ginagawa yung business ko kahit nagpo-full-time na job ako, makikinig ka ba? Or if I invite you sa special presentation ng mentor ko o sa Tuesday, online, would you be able to attend it? So there's certain mutuality about it. Mutuality because hindi mo lang siya pinupwelsa na may gawin, ikaw may gagawin ka. So may gagawin ako, bibigay ko sa iyo yung invitation, pero on your part, would you accept it? So it's mutual. In that way, hindi nararamdaman ng ano mo na siya lang yung may kailangan gawin. And then types of prospects. This is by Simon Chen, SOW. So sabi ni Simon Chan, we can prospect all people as much as possible. But then our approach should be also different. Hindi pwedeng one size fits all because depende dapat kung what type of prospect ang ina-approach mo. So he differentiates it to three things, to three criteria: successful, on the same level, or people who look up to you or want to be like you, or even worse than you, o, diba? Mas malala pa pala sa akin. Mas malala pa sa'yo, o, diba? So, tignan mo kung sino ba yung pinoprospect mo, saan siya, SOW. So, S, again, natatakpan yung pictures. Ano ba to? Hindi ko maalis-alis tong mga pictures. Sorry. Ayan. So, S, so these are people, yung successful people who are open-minded, because they're successful, so most likely they're open-minded. They're well-connected. So even if they won't join you, they can probably give you referrals, diba? And then if they join you, then you have a superstar in your team, a potential leader, diba? So what do you do when approaching these people? Approach them with confidence, excitement, urgency, and then promote your upline too. Lalo na pag successful din yung upline mo para makaka-mirror sila somehow. So, yon. Pag O naman yung prospect mo, which is on the same level, so basically these are people na kaibigan natin, kababata natin, naging roommates natin, naging housemates natin, and they're actually the toughest people usually to impress because they know us too well. Diba? Parang lalapitan mo yung dati mong classmate nung college, tapos iba na, ang dating mo, millionaire mindset na yung mga sinasabi mo, di ba? Tapos sasabihin ng classmate mo, parang di ka nangungopia sa akin sa test dati, parang pati baon ko, hinihingi mo, nakikihati ka pa sa sandwich ko, tapos millionaire mindset ka na, o di ba? So, di ba, parang mahirap sa kanilang paniwalaan tayo, lalo na nakita nila tayo at our worst before. So, what do you do? So, what you use is your upline. You edify your upline and you use your upline para ma-ABC mo yung industry at saka yung upline mo. So, ayun. For people naman na W, these are people na kasubordinates mo sa work, people you're supervising or younger family members or people you have mentored. So, ang approach dapat sa kanila is be confident and assertive. Talk to them like you've always done, like you've always talked to them, and don't act timid. So, example, secretary mo, di ba? So, dati sasabihin mo, okay, Jennifer, pakigawa to, ABC, deadline, ganito, okay, so ganon, okay. Tapos biglang mag-invite ka sa'yo sana, bigla ng, Jennifer, papakisuyo sana ako, pwede bang, ma-invite kita, di ba? Parang weird, di ba? So parang, ano nangyari dito? Parang hindi ka paniwala kasi bigla kang nag-act differently. So, just talk to them as per normal sa mga W mo naman. Okay? So, yon. And then fourth one is master handling objections. Actually, handling objections in itself is, we do have a separate training for that. And you should attend it. Even for myself, like siguro nakailang handling objections na ako. Even in my own time, I would, listen about it or read up about it. Kasi it's really something that's, I would really think, it's a skill talaga na you have to keep enhancing kasi iba-iba talaga yung objections, iba-iba yung market, so depende sa objections. Nakita ko, I don't know if you were there, yung paano nag-handle ng objection si Mentor Eric, napaka-memorable yon sa a lot of us kasi live yon, nag-Hackot presentation. Tapos, merong objection yung guest na sobrang tough din niya nag-guess. And you should have seen how Mentor Eric handled that. That was like interactive live.
Ano sabi?
Di ba? So, di ba? Pag nakita niyo yun, pati ako parang sasabihin ko na lang, napuputol po kayo? Hindi, wala, choppy. Di ba?
Anong tanong niya, Coach Grace?
Ay, wala ka ba dun, Coach? Ano yun?
Wala.
Negative siya sa, parang marami yun eh. Parang hindi siya naniniwala sa health supplements, ang naalala ko. Tapos may mga narinig na siya about USANA sa mga kaibigan niya na hindi daw effective, ganun-ganun. Tapos, na lang daw, parang may sinasuggest siya na parang cellular, oh my God, I forgot lang. Parang may siya, parang hindi naman niya nasubukan, pero yun daw ginagawa ng mga artista, yung mga hearsay ba na, tapos, pagtatanungin mo siya, wala din naman siyang na-experience sa USANA kasi never tried it. Tapos, yung mga sinasabi niyang better way, hindi naman din niya na-try. Tapos, sinasabi niya, nire-recruit mo. Sinabi niya talaga into your face na, kasi syempre, sasabihin mo magaling yung produkto mo. Kasi, syempre, di ba, may magsasabi bang hindi mo. As in, ganun talaga siya kaprangka. Tapos, medyo, parang senior na siya. I mean, senior like, tito ata, yun ni... So, parang, syempre, di ba, pag medyo older sa atin, medyo ingat ka, medyo ayaw mo ding maging disrespectful, di ba? While handling objections. But you should have, Mentor Eric handled it, like a pro, of course. So, thank God it was Mentor Eric who did that online Hackot that, kasi kung iba siguro, baka na-windang kay Tito.
Nag-end na lang yung Zoom training.
Oo, at saka pero lumambot talaga siya at the end of it. So, grabe si Mentor Eric. Empathize. Nakita mo talaga that Mentor Eric wasn't defensive. He was really into you. He was really listening to the person. And he even, one of the things na inano ni Mentor Eric was papadalhan niya ng libreng silsensya's by sagot niya para malaman ni Tito kung gaano kaganda. O, diba? So, si Tito doon na siya naging nalambot. So, and then eventually he was laughing, he was enjoying. So, but it was really about empathizing and not really getting into a debate. So, that's something that I think we have to really learn constantly, enhancing our skills with this. And we can use feel, felt, found. So feel, felt, found is actually a general handling objections for sales, not just with USANA. So feel, felt, found is basically like you say, let's say ang objection is, let's say, wala, tight yung budget, walang, extra pera for business. And, instead of saying, instead of like debating with the person or suggesting ko, ba't hindi ka mangutang? Or ba't ikaw may pa-travel ka, wala ka palang pera pang business? O, di ba, hindi mo gaganin yung tao. Pa-selfie ka kahit saan ka nagkakain ng restaurant, tapos sasabihin mo, wala ka palang pera. O, ba't ginagawa mo yun? Sisayang mo yung pera mo. Di ba, sinermonan mo ka. So, you say something like, alam mo sis, naintindihan ko talaga yung sinasabi mo, nararamdaman mo about yung walang budget or kulang sa budget. So, feel, diba? Tapos felt yung, tapos sasabihin mo, let's say, pero sis, alam mo, na-realize ko rin, kung wala din akong babaguhin at sisimulan sa sitwasyon ko ngayon, wala din talagang magbabago, diba? Kung wala naman akong gagawin na iba, wala talaga akong pera forever, lagi talagang tight yung budget ko, diba? So, ganun. Tapos, I realized, ganun, I had to make sacrifices, para maglaan talaga para mag-start ng business kasi nararamdaman ko talaga na ito talaga magbibigay sa akin ng sagot sa problema ko in terms of pera. Ganun. And nakita ko naman sa sacrifices ko so far, nagbubunga naman siya, o tipong ganun. So, mga feel, felt, found na statements, ganun. So, always empathize. You know, if you're trying to win an argument in general anyway, it's really helpful if you learn to empathize. So that's something in general when you're dealing with difficult people. It's just different when they can feel that you're listening to them, and most likely they will listen to you if they see you doing that for them. So yun, for more of that, we'll have other trainings also for handling objections. So when you encounter a critic now, it isn't really about you. It's more about them, their insecurities, and their resistance to change. So don't take it personally because it's about the other person. So kaya wag mo siyang damdamin na inobject niya yung mga pinagsasabi mo, nagpakahirap ka pang mag-explain. Okay? So hindi siya ganyan. And then another tip would be foolproof follow-up. So just like when you're in sales or when you're selling or presenting, 80% of the sales is on the after the fifth follow-up daw. And it's the same with inviting. So probably, and I know like for Coach Tara's team, she did, some of her leaders now are not really the people who went into when she first invited them. It took some follow-ups pa. Like ako personally, si Coach Tara 2 beses nag-invite sa akin. O, diba? Bunga ako ng follow-up. First time nag-share si Coach Tara about USANA, I just really moved back to New York and I just cannot put my head into another thing. I was just busy with like settling down. Wala pa kaming furniture sa bahay. So parang hindi ko pa malabas yung sarili ko doon. So I had to tell Coach Tara na it wasn't, the best time for me right now. So pag sinabi pala yun, it doesn't mean it's a no. And then several months later, when Coach Tara made a follow-up on me on December last year, it was the right time because I was also looking for an opportunity myself already. O, diba? So some things change, situations change, and people's mindset change. So you'll never know. So it's always good to follow up and go back to those people. Okay? Huwag naman yung everyday fina-follow up mo, iba naman yun. Makulit ka na. Okay? So when finally Coach Tara invited me last December, it was the perfect time for me. Like I was hungry for an opportunity and it was offered to me. So perfect timing, diba? So, and when you follow up also, always set a mutually agreed time para hindi ka nagiging makulit. So pag sinabi, alam mo, hindi ko pa alam yung schedule ko next week kasi invite mo, kunwari na siya, nag-give ka na. So, tanungin mo, okay, so, friend, kailan ba ang best time to follow up with you? This weekend kaya? Saturday or Sunday? Malalaman mo na kaya yung schedule mo for next week so I can set a schedule for both of us. So, ganon. So, pag sinabi niya, okay, sige sa Sunday, i-follow up mo ako. Okay? Morning, evening. Okay, sa evening. Okay. So, pagdating ng Sunday evening, don't forget to follow up that person just like what you have agreed. And hindi ka mahihiya nun kasi siya mismo nagsabi, i-follow up mo ako sa time na yon. Diba? Hindi ka nagiging makulit. Okay? And then, okay, so yun. And then, what about tips for inviting? So, 4. So, start making your prospect list. And then you'll use social media for your advantage. And then form well. And then invite. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Okay? So number 1, prospect list. What gets written gets done. So sino dito ang may prospect list? Taas ang kamay. Hindi ko kayo nakikita. Pero,
Meron!
diba?
Meron po.
Yan. Good. Hindi ka pwedeng magnegosyo
Sabi po.
sa na walang prospect.
Kataas ang kamay.
Taas ang kamay. Ayan. Ganito pala, no? Hindi, ang hirap makita ko kayo. Anyway, nakaka-relate na ako ngayon pag nag-ans. Okay, so ganun. So, prospect list, para sa akin, it's so important, the prospect list. You cannot do the business without it, talaga. I even have a separate notebook for my prospect list and a separate one for like trainings and webinars, ganun. So, the thing with prospect list is, ako personally, whenever I feel lost na as to like what to do next, I always go back to my prospect list and I always review it, update it, and then I prioritize again sa mga lalapitan kong tao. And it gets me back on track. So I always suggest that to my own downlines. Pag medyo blank ka na, parang dead end for you, lalo na pag puro na-reject ka, go back to your prospect list. It's like your game plan. It's your blueprint. So go back to it, update it, look at it, review it. Okay? So prospecting, start with warm market or heart market, as they say, kasi you have a rapport with these people already. And then later on, cold market. And then spiral movement. So yung mas malapit sa'yo, then palayo ng palayo. Okay? And then use Fronax, at least 200 names, which I will review on Fronax also. Prioritize your prospects using the Pearls and Semana. And then update your prospects as you go. Okay? So for first-time PPS hitters natin, lalo na sa inyo, okay? So this is very important talaga. And for my own downlines na running for PPS, these are the things that I also tell them. So use Fronax. So it's family, friends, Facebook, phone book, and then our relatives or occupation organization if you belong to any, and then neighbors, acquaintances, classmates, schoolmates. S naman is schoolmates, suki, o diba? Suki, strangers. Oh. So, at least 200 names daw. Tapos natatakpan na naman sa picture. Ba't ganun? Sorry ha. Ayan. Ayan. Have a notebook and bring it anywhere with you. So, don't forget Fronax. Doon mo pwedeng acronym yan para may guide ka as to when you are doing your prospecting. First time PPS hitters, again, pre-qualify. So first is you quantify. Just write all the names that you can think of. And sabi daw sa research, by 0 to 18 years old, by the time you're 18, you would know people, about 2,000 people on first name basis. So hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, naku, wala akong masyadong kilala kasi research shows at least 2,000 people daw ang kilala mo na by the time you're 18. Eh, dito, di ba, many of us are more than 18, di ba? So, I'm sure you can name at least 2,000 people plus minus. Some people would know more, some people would know a little less. But you have an average of 2,000 people that you know, di ba? So, walang excuse na wala kang 200 names talaga. And then, after you quantify, you pre-qualify using this criteria. So, you have pearls. So, you prioritize people who are like this in your prospect list. So people-oriented, entrepreneurial spirit, so business-minded, mahilig siyang magbenta-benta kahit dati pa, achiever, recognizable, leader, successful. Okay? Remember S-O-W, di ba successful? Uunahin mo din sila. And then, also, see to it if the person has credit card, money, or person in authority like, lawyers, doctors, people in the position. That helps also because they have that influence. And the need. Is it a health need, a business need, extra income need, belongingness, sense of achievement, o di ba, ang dami. And then accessibility. So may access ka ba sa person? Is there a way to talk to that person? Kasi syempre pag hindi mo naman siya makontak, paano mo naman siya i-invite, di ba? So yon. So, alam ko, naririnig ko to kahit sa sarili ko, mauubos na ang prospect ko, di ba? So, kayo ba, feeling nyo, mauubusan na kayo, di ba? So, parang, crush out, reject, ouch, di ba? So, ano dapat ang gagawin? So, expand your prospect base. Join new FB groups and forums. Attend events. Lahat ng birthday, attendan mo. Kahit hindi ka invited, joke. So, attend ka. Huwag kang snob, diba? Hindi to time na maging snob. Tapos take classes, whatever your interest is, whether it's yoga, gym, or Zumba, or whatever classes that you're into, then add friends of friends. Ask for referrals from friends. I really do that. And I was initially surprised when I did that because there are really people who would give you referrals. Nasusurprise ako because people would sometimes say, okay, I'll tell my friends, but they never really, go back to you and say, oy, alam mo, may kilala ako, you should talk to this person. But there are really people who go back to you and say, oh, you should talk to this person, she's interested, blah, blah, blah. So never hesitate to ask friends for referrals. And then cold marketing. I had a presentation last Monday night. Cold market siya. It is one of I've been joining this Filipino groups in the US. And then, actually, sa Canada na Filipino groups, kaya saan lang ako napupunta. So, may na-prospect ako, and she was the one who actually asked me about about if I can suggest any business. And she was from New York also. So she's a cold market. So my way talaga na you can always add prospects in your list. Kasi like ako, I've been in New York for like 4 years, dalawang, putol-putol, but because I'm not working, I don't know a lot of people here except like my friends lang talaga. So I really make an effort also to really expand the people that I know here. Even classmates of my mga mama ng mga classmates ng anak ko. So you have to find a way. You cannot just be in your comfort zone and say, oh, wala akong masyadong kilala dito eh. Kasi kung wala talaga. Mauubusan ka talaga. And according to Simon Chan, ang mga significant relationships daw natin will be coming from acquaintances, people who are acquaintances. So for example, most likely if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, or spouse now, that person most probably was an acquaintance. Hindi somebody na kilala mo dati-dati pa. Meron ding iba, pero usually, like for me, hindi ko siya kilala before. So, kung single ka, may pag-asa ka pa, hindi mo pa siya nakikilala. Ayun.
Yes.
Ayun, sideway lang yun. So, balik tayo. So, your superstar in your organization may not be necessarily somebody that you know now or somebody that's your close friend. Most likely, maybe he's a friend of a friend or a referral of a relative. So that's why you always have to prospect people talaga, more people. Because hindi lang sa mga kakilala mo, okay? So may pag-asa pa tayo, best. And then volunteer, okay? If may mga gusto kang then volunteer for it. It adds people in your prospect list, okay? And then number 2, use social media to your advantage. So kung hindi ka mahilig sa Facebook, honestly, wala kang choice. Kailangan mo mag-Facebook, kailangan mo mag-Instagram if you want more prospects, if you want to be doing this with more baseline, diba? Like ako, honestly, I really do this, as I said, online talaga. So, even if, before Usana, I was into Facebook, but I was not really doing Facebook every day. So, ay, may nag-chat ba? Sorry, hindi ko napansin. My messages.
Kami na lang magbabasa, Coach.
Ayun. And then, ayan. Thank you. So, wala ka talagang choice, but you really have to do social media because this is really the way to go about it now. And ako, really, I benefited from social media and technology, and that's why nabuhay ako kahit online lang talagang ginagawa ko without leaving the house. So, invest time on attraction marketing, build curiosity, establish your personal brand, and inspire and attract people. So, again, sino bang, when you post something in Facebook, you also have to, or social media, you have to be aware of who are your target audience. Like for me, most likely ang leaning ko would be moms also, or women my age. Gabi na parang tanda, women my age. And then, so yun, moms, women, women who want to go back into being healthy and fit. So like for you, I'm sure like for the millennials out there, your target audience would be most likely millennials also, adventure, fun, travel. So when you do attraction marketing, put that into mind. Kasi yun yung magiging parang guide mo kung ano yung ipopost mo. When you're in the business already, you're not posting anymore for yourself, actually. You're posting for your audience. That's the difference when you're doing this business. So yung mga, honestly, yung mga political post and mga controversial posts, if you want to do that, well, that's your naman, right? Pero it kind of makes it divisive in terms of your audience, and you're trying to attract more people, diba? So medyo hindi siya nababagay. So that's what I think. Maximize your post likes. So if my likers, reach out to them, use it to interact. So you say, hi Jennifer, thanks for liking my post. Nakaka-relate ka ba? Uy, by the way, kumusta ka na? Saan ka na nag-work ngayon? O, diba? So, then that starts a conversation. And then, you're forming already. Okay? So, turn your likes into sales. Form. what is form? And I'm sure a lot of you already know this. Forms of family, occupation, recreation, and message. So get to know more prospects, or get to know your prospects more. Sorry, that's how. Why do we form? Because it helps us get to know our prospect, and then it helps establish rapport. And then when you're forming, listen more, talk less. So hindi mo fino-form yung sarili mo, fino-form mo yung kausap mo. So wag kang masyadong ako din, alam mo, ako din, ikaw na lang, di ba? And then it's important to form because it creates the need. As I said, needs as in like, may sasabihin siya na gusto niya ng extra income, hindi siya happy sa job niya, he has health problems, or he wants to go back into being healthy, or health buff na talaga siya. So you wouldn't really know what that is until you form. That's why it's very important. And then, excuse me, know how to position Usana. You may put in Usana right away, depending on, if it's a warm market, lukewarm, or cold market. Or you may do it the next time you talk to the person. So it doesn't have to be immediately. So how to form? Warm up your prospects, liking their FB comments, and then do small talks when you see each other, maybe at work, and then recent meetups, you had lunch together. So that's how you warm them up. And then ask questions about them, be interested and be genuinely interested. And then be authentic and sincere in giving compliments. I think if I remember it right, it was Dale Carnegie from his book, How to Influence People, that he says like you have like when you're talking to people in your first 30 seconds of talking with people, give something of a compliment. And it's not flattery, by the way, because flattery is not genuine. So hindi mo siya pinapalaki yung atay niya, but you're trying to appreciate something that is really genuinely good in the person. So you have to watch out for those para may masabi kang maganda. Okay? So yun. So make sure that you do that when you're forming people also, and when you're talking to people. It always helps when you give them a sincere compliment, whether it's a nice shoes or a nice post that you saw, nice pictures, or just an attitude that you like about the person. Okay? So how do you form? And in forming, you really have to ask the right questions so you can get the right answers. So you ask questions like, saan ka nag-work? Saan ka based now? What's your field? What you do for a living? Kumusta yung work mo? Lagi bang OT? Anong tinapos mo sa college? How's your family, di ba? How's your parents? How's your kids? If my kids, ako, I'd like to ask like people who live outside of the Philippines. I like to ask them, how is it living there in like whatever place? Because I'm also genuinely interested, like how is life there? And it paves the way for conversation eh. So, kumusta dyan sa, let's say, sa Melbourne? Kumusta naman yung life sa Melbourne? Then, doon mo na matatanong mo, kumusta yung trabaho dyan? Kumusta katrabaho yung mga tao? Kumusta yung lifestyle? O, diba? So, na-form mo na siya. So, ako, favorite ko din i-ask yan pag, nagpo-form. And then, always end your statements with a question. So, let's say, yes, I'm a psychologist. Ikaw, ano naman yung line of work mo? O, diba? So, laging may tanong para continuous yung conversation. Kasi syempre hindi ka mag-aantay, tatanungin ka niya. So parang nagtitinginan na lang kayo, di ba? Walang nangyayari. So yun. And according to one of the Diamond directors that I listened to, sabi niya talaga, when you establish rapport and you form and you're able to get the need and even disturb that need meaning you are able to emphasize to that person that there's such a need at importante sa kanya yung need na to. Pag na-emphasize mo daw yan sa person and the rapport is built, it's about 80 to 90% you've done your job na. Wala ka pang presentation yan, wala ka pang closing. O diba? So, sabi niya, dapat talaga, make time mo talaga yung forming and establishing the relationship, the rapport, lalo na pag hindi pa maganda yung rapport nyo. So, let's say, lukewarm market, diba? Mga taong hindi mo na nakausap since elementary, ganon. So, you kind of have to warm these people up talaga. And you have to really invest time. Ang tawag ko dyan, ligaw. I make ligaw to this person. So, yun. So, naliligaw tayo. Okay? Number 4, invite. So, when you're inviting, your goal after you form is to make them ask what you do. And so, you give tidbits of your business. to build curiosity. So you say something like, I have a home-based business. This is something I personally say, ha. I'm just sharing this also. So, or minsan I would, nagpaparinig ako, I'm so happy. I get to earn extra income kahit wala ako, kahit nasa bahay lang ako. Literally, nakapambahay lang ako, pero nakaka-income ako. Diba? Hindi na kailangan mag-commute, hindi na kailangan maghirap ako para lumabas. Yun. My business has allowed me to be a full-time mom to my boys and take care of my family. The setup is working perfectly for me. And then they would ask, anong business mo, sis? O, ano yan? O, so, ganon. It's good to have a standard script. But what I always say is with scripts, though, you have to make sure that you customize it and individualize it sa kausap mo. Kasi hindi naman, para ka naging robot, para ka nalang, hi sis, alam mo, I have a home-based business. O, di ba? Para ka nalang robot. So, make it more personal when you use a script. And then when people ask you what's your business, you can say something like this, we import and supply high quality US products used by elite athletes, top Olympians to gyms, spa, so lahat na lang. Apart from our individual and corporate accounts. Ako personally, I haven't used this, but this can be something that you can say to people who are successful and who are into this, health clinics and spas. Or you can say simply, I have a distributorship business for cellular nutrition products or health and wellness kasi minsan dumudugo ilong nila cellular nutrition, parang mostly. Okay, and then, or you can say, Usana, when I approach people, because of attraction marketing also, they kind of know then that it's Usana, and I don't try to hide it. I'm loud and proud Usana, unless they don't know what Usana is. Or say something, I have a home-based business online. It's a US-based health and wellness or cellular nutrition company. So you can say something around that, these statements. Inviting approaches, there are 3 approaches. So you have direct, indirect, and super indirect approach. So direct approach is saying something like, so you're basically inviting directly the person. Ikaw na kinakausap ko, ikaw mismo ang ini-invite ko. Yun yung message mo. So when you get to inviting, you can say something like, hey, when you were telling me that you want to improve your income, seryoso ka ba doon? And then if they say, yeah, oo. So great, then I found something which might work for you to diversify your income or increase your income. So then you use if I would you. So if inviting kita sis to listen to the opportunity, would you listen? Or if I send you this, information, would you take time to read it? And then of course the follow-up. Have you ever considered doing an online business as part-time for extra income? And then if sabihin yes, I say something, ako personally, I say something like, I'm currently expanding my team. And then I give, this is my compliment part. I put this in between. So I say something like, depende sa kilala ko, kung ano masasabi ko. So I say something, given how savvy you are sa social media, or given your warm, sociable personality, or kung businessman siya, given your great business sense and skills, I thought this would be a good fit for you. Naisip kita. So, would you be open to know more about it? Would you want to explore the opportunity and see if it's something that we can do together? So, ganon. So, yun yung direct. Indirect is basically parang hindi mo directly sinasabi sa tao na ikaw, gusto kitang makinig at invite sa business ko. So, parang indirect lang siya, of course. So, let's say my company is expanding in your country. Would you do me a favor? Take a look at it and see if it can work in your area. So, parang patulong approach. If you're one of the most successful people I know, gusto ko sanang malaman yung input mo dito kasi I trust talaga your opinion eh. Would you be willing to check it out and tell me? So ganon. Indirect yun. Super indirect naman is you can say something like, the business I'm in isn't clearly for you, especially if na-reject ka. So ang sabi, pag ni-reject ka, reject them first before they reject you. O diba? Pag hindi, sinin zone ka or nag-no sa'yo, then you can say, I totally understand. The business isn't for everybody. So then you say, I wanted to ask you though, if you know someone na money motivated, ambitious, hardworking, masipag, who wants to add cash flow in their lives. Or you say something simply, who would you know who's looking for a business that they can run from home? And then, or something like, I'm expanding my team in your area. I'm looking for more business partners. Pwede siya part-time, full-time, potential income is in USD, o diba? Usually, pag sinabi mo yun, medyo tumataginting, nagda-dollar sign yung mga mata ng tao. And then, would you know someone who's open-minded, business-minded, looking for extra income? I would really appreciate a referral from you. So, ganon. You can say something like that. Or ako, honestly, I put in both direct and indirect. So I would say something like, would you or someone you know be interested? Kasi at least, kung sabihin niyang you, pwede para sa kanya. Pero kung sasabihin niya, oh, alam mo, hindi ako, and then, referral. Okay? So it's like hitting two birds in one stone. Okay, let me share briefly, at the end ako, 5 big mistakes in prospecting. I may not have time to really go through this, but just briefly. So, approaching your contact list with the goals to sponsor everyone. So, dapat daw, you tell as many people as you can. Pero the goal for you should be, hindi mo i-expect na lahat ng lalapitan mo kailangan mag-sign up. Okay? And then only talking to their close friends and family. Alam ko sa iba na intimidate talagang lumabas outside the close friends and family, but you know, it's like, let's say I'm opening a restaurant in New York, a Filipino restaurant in New York. So, or kahit dyan, let's say sa Batangas, gusto mong mag-open ng bagong karinderya, di ba? Hindi mo naman sasabihin lang sa mga friends mo lang at family na, uy, alam mo, punta kayo ha, sa Monday mag-open yung restaurant ko, yung karinderya ko, di ba? Sasabihin mo kahit sino, di ba? Iba bang flyers pa nga days before, di ba? So it's like in our business. If we think of this, if we consider this like a $1 million, business, traditional business, you would be doing that, right? So minsan kasi medyo hindi natin maisip yun kasi feeling natin networking kasi, pero it's actually if you should treat it like a traditional $1 million business, it's a big business. Think of it that way. And prejudging prospects and talking only to people who you think will be interested. So parang sa example ko, Filipino restaurant, so sasabihan ko lang yan, yung mga Pinoy lang, yung mahilig sa bulalo, crispy pata, o di ba, nagugutom na ako, barbecue, gano'n. Hindi ko na sasabihan yung mga ibang lahi, yung mga puti, yung mga Incheck, Hapon, gano'n. Hindi naman interested yan eh. Pero you never know, di ba? You never know. Ang asawa, Pilipino, mahilig pala sa adobo si kuya, di ba? Or may kakilala sila na mahilig sa Filipino food, di ba? So, it's like our business. You'll never know, as I said, your next superstar in your organization will be probably someone that's a friend of a friend. And if you prejudge prospects, you'll never be able to find that out. So tell as many people as you can, okay? But again, be emotionally detached. And then selling the business, not the meeting during the invite. So again, it's a trailer, it's not the presentation itself. Do not sell the business. And also because you have to, when we present, when we invite and we make it so elaborate and difficult, when people see that, they feel like, uy, hindi ko kaya gawin yung ginagawa mo. Hindi ako magaling sa sales eh. Kasi, syempre, ang dami mo na sinabi, di ba? Itong product namin, galing-galing. Ito si Dr. Myron Waynes. Ganito. So, nag-i-invite ka pa lang. So, people will feel, alam mo, hindi ko kaya yan. Hindi na lang. Di ba? So, we have to make it look easy so that people will feel that, hey, I can actually do that. Yan lang ba gagawin? Kaya ko yan. Kaya ko yan. Pag-aaralan lang, kaya ko yan. So, ganon. So, do not sell the business when inviting. Then approaching every prospect the same way. So again, you have SOW, you have to customize it, individualize it, get to know the person para alam mo ano yung need, ano yung approach sa kanya. Ayun. And then, lastly, networking is not about the sale. It's about duplication. When I read this one, that really made sense for me. Kasi it's not about sales, it's about really duplication. That's how we are made, diba? Yung organization natin. Duplicating what we have already to our downlines and then, down to their downlines. And then sell the meeting, not the business. You are really selling the idea that this business is easy to do and that he can do it, according to Simon Chan. I don't know, I probably won't have time. I wanted to show you a short video, but I don't know if I have time to do that. I have time to do that, but if not, then I'll just close this for your questions. Do I still have time to show a 4-minute video or
Meron pang time.
meron pa ba? Okay. So share ko to. Shinare din to ni Coach Tara nung nag-NDO siya recently eh. Let me just, short lang to. Let me just figure it out. Biglang tanong ko, what ba yun? Ayan, nakikita niyo naman yung screen ko, no? So,
how do you invite people to learn more about USANA?
Well, this is so important because when we're inviting people to take a look at this opportunity, we always want them to focus on what their need is. Okay, so how can USANA be a solution for what they're looking for at the moment? Okay, so whenever you're inviting, focus on them. It's not about you and getting more presentations and closing more partners. It's about you being of service to others. And that's how your business is going to grow.
I ask them what is their problem in life, what is their needs. I ask them questions. And then when they have all these problems, I ask them whether have you heard about USANA? You ask the right question to get the right answer. And of course, we offer them the solution of changing their lives. Thank you.
My entire business is actually online. So I have my website and blog, and I invite people to learn how I live my lifestyle. I don't believe in a business side and a health side. I just see USANA purely as a lifestyle. So I invite people to learn more about the products and how by taking the products, you can actually increase your income as well.
I try to get them to invite themselves. I try to get them to ask me how they can learn more, and I find that's the best way.
I tend to build relationships first and get to know them as much as I can, all about them, their family, what they do for work. If they're close to me, I just listen for opportunities to share with them. And then I ask them to come and to sit and hear experience about my company and how we help people, because it might be a great fit for them and what they're going through.
One is this: I form the prospect. I talk about their family, occupation, recreation, and then I bring my message. Form is an acronym. I do that with all my prospects, with all my invites. So I form them, F-O-R-M. Then I say this: hey, listen, I've recently started a business helping people with health. Honestly, your name came to my mind as someone that would be great at it. Was wanting to know if you'd be interested in taking a look. Great. Would Thursday at 10 work? That's one of them. Number two, I'll form the prospect, talk about their family, occupation, recreation, their message. And then I'll compliment them. I'll say, I know you're really good at real estate, but do you keep yourself open to other streams of income? Of course they do. It's like, great, I've got a great opportunity for you to look at. And then my third and final one, which is really easy, is I form them. I talk about their family, their occupation, their recreation. Then I bring my message about USANA, and I say this. I say, if I would you, it's the if I would you script. If I would send you a 10-minute video about USANA, would you watch it? If I were to give you this book, would you read it? Love this question because it's reciprocal. You're doing something and they'll do something, not watch this video. So it'll work like this. If I gave you a 10-minute video to watch, an online link, would you watch it? Great, you would. What time could you watch it? Oh, I could watch it Wednesday night, they say. So if I call you Thursday night, Thursday during the morning, you definitely have watched it. Yeah, I'd have watched it. Great. What time should I call you on Thursday morning? And go from there.
People choose to show up to your appointment rather than their own activities. So you have to provide value in order to attract people to say yes, and they will be committed to come. Let me give you some examples. Like if you say, I will give you some samples to try it out if you come to my presentation, because I want to teach you how to start the samples. People will come. It's attraction, right? It's incentive. Or you can say, we have an expert. We have a nutrition expert telling you how your body, how your health will work with you. So those are value, like people will be attracted to come. So that's how I invite people to come. The benefit of inviting.
Whenever you find a need in someone and you know that USANA can help them, you will throw the invitation just trying to satisfy their need. It's not a matter of you. It's not something that it's needed for you. It's just you're doing it because USANA is going to be good for them.
Ayun. Ganda. Ayun. So short lang siya, 'di ba? But those are 'di ba, parang the leaders in the industry na mga diamond directors dito actually sa US. So basically, di pa pala, may last, basically yun na yun. May isa pa pala akong closing slide. Ayan. So again, just golden nuggets before we end. Be a farmer, not a hunter. When you're a hunter, people run. away from you, di ba? And be a problem solver din. Yun yung isa pang takeaway na if we approach inviting as, providing solutions to people, and that we can actually help them with our solution, nagiging iba din yung mindset natin because we are problem solvers. We're consultants, not just salesmen, and we try to help and educate other people. And then always be excited, di ba? Nakakahawa ang excitement. Although may mga iba-iba tayong personality, medyo range yung excitement level natin, So, but still be excited in your own way. And then be yourself, be your best self, and then lastly, be consistent. Ayun. So, yun po yung presentation ko.
Galing!
Ang galing.
Grabe, ang daming bagong learnings.
Diba? Thank you, Coach Grace. Ayan.
Coach Grace, thank you.
Picture muna tayo before mag-si-alisan.
Ayan, ay picture pala, no?
Ang galing. Kaya pala, director agad.
Ay, grabe. I think ang isa pa, ayan, mga videos niyo, guys. I think what I commend din kay Coach Grace, sobrang galing niya. Di ba? Ang dami niyang na-cite ng mga resources. Actually, ganyan siya. In terms of hungry for knowledge siya. Imagine 10 months ago, I remember when I first invited her, sabi niya, naku, I never see myself selling. I never see myself approaching people. Kasi nga, kaya nga siya na clinical psychologist, di ba? Kasi yung mga tao yung lumalapit sa kanya. So, kaya learn about
hindi halata.
Kaya nga, diba? 10 months transformation. Grabe yung isa na.
Saan niyo po, Coach Grace, nakukuha yung training nila Simon Chan, nila
Nagsasubscribe
Facebook.
Ako. So, Facebook. So, if you actually, like, ako personally, the people that I subscribe are Harv Eker, Simon Chan, Ray Higdon, Eric Worre, and if you give them your email in their like website or blog, it will be regularly going to your email. So, lagi kang may subscription. So, when I have the time, I just go to my email and then I choose which webinar I attend. And it's very short. So, it's very something that you can do while naguhugas ng plato ako or nagpapakain ng anak. So, yun, you can subscribe to those people. Sarah Robbins too. Yun yung mga ano ko. And YouTube or SoundCloud. Ito yung bago kong discovery, and I know Coach Karen if she's here. SoundCloud is very good for audiobooks and it's free, di ba? SoundCloud. So, mga GoPro, kung hindi kayo makakuha ng copy, go to SoundCloud. Look for those books that you've been looking for and you can get an audio probably.
Oh, interesting.
Ayan. Daming, Thank you, Coach Grace. Ayan, picture muna tayo, guys. Ang daming walang videos.
Okay. Ako ba mag-picture? 1, 2.
On 3, smile.
Ayan.
Hey!
Salamat.
Alright, thank you. Teka, may questions. Teka lang. Anong questions niyo?
Teka, choppy na yung line ko. Choppy na, hindi ko na kayo.
Choppy na daw.
Coach Grace, pwedeng magpa-send ng copy nung nung PowerPoint.
Actually,
Ako rin.
yung
prep
a lot of those
PowerPoint.
things, by the way, credit to my coach Tara. May mga but a lot of that from
Duplication yan eh. Dapat duplication. Ayan.
Yeah, Coach. Coach Reg, magka-messenger naman tayo, no? Ayan, pwede bang pa-messenger naman ako, sa mga email nyo lang. Kasi pag na-exit to, di ba, na-exit tong So, paki-message lang ako, Coach Reg, sa email mo kasi I don't think kaya sa messenger yung bigat nung file.
Sige po.
Ayun.
Thank you.
Questions? Wala kayong questions, guys? Ano yung key takeaways nyo? Ayan, bago tayo mag-close.
Ang dami.
Don't overthink. Invite.
Tama.
Parang ang dali mag-invite nung tinraining niya.
Actually, no? Parang kailangan ko yung ngayon.
Yan yung kailangan namin ngayon, tumiming.
Oo.
As in.
Maiiba talaga yung mindset mo kasi when the pressure is off, syempre hindi ka na ma-intimidate to reach out to people. Actually, when I was doing this, naiba din yung mindset ko kasi syempre nag-aral ako. So it helped din talaga when you do training, no? Kasi napapaaral ka din talaga. So naiba din yung mindset ko kasi na-take off yung pressure na kailangan, pag in-invite ko to, kailangan ma-sponsor ko to. Hindi pala ganon. You just tell as many people as you can if they're interested, great. If they're not, just move on, you know? And it's not really a complete no. You know, it may be just not the right time.
Tama.
Saka
It's
yung
not
ano,
you,
yung
it's them.
Yung SOW, first time kong marinig yun.
Kay ano yun, kay Simon Chan. So, you can subscribe. Meron siyang MLM Nation eh. Alam niyo naman no, na si Simon Chan is one of our upline daw.
Yeah, he's a USANA.
Diba? So, he's actually a USANA Diamond Director. So, sila mga mentors natin daw was trained by him. Pero of course now, syempre yung business niya has diversified. So, he's really more into, ano na siya, really speaking, motivational, ganyan. Education yung ano niya. Ayan. So, wala nang questions. Key takeaways. Ano pa? Wala na? Going once, twice. Bawi tayo kay Coach Grace, guys. So, we'll post something on her wall. And then, yun. Bonggang thank you and ABC sa kanya.
Last na pala, sorry. Coach Grace, so lahat ng presentation mo online?
Oo, Coach. As I said, dalawa
Di ba ang galing?
Ang na ano ko, kasi si Coach Karen, she had a sister here, so I met her in New York. She was based in New York. So yun. Tapos yung isa naman, kasi nag-dinner siya sa bahay. Pero alam niyang, gusto niya talagang makinig. So he went here and then we had dinner. Siyempre, papakainin mo, di ba? Bubusugin mo. Tapos, presentan, 3 BC, o, di ba?
Galing, di ba?
Pakainin ang prospect. Ganun eh.
Kainin na prospect.
Pero online.
Pakainin ng mga prospect.
Grabe. Wait, baka naman ma-blame ako kasi ang gastos na gano'n. Pero
Hindi
gano'n.
sa turo-turo lang naman sa...
It's really online, so I use a lot of Zoom talaga. Zoom is my savior in
Isa. Alright. Hello?
Yun na? Any more? Wala na? Questions? Wala na? So, if you have, then you can send it to Coach Grace. And then, ayun, key takeaways natin, dapat may 5 ma-invite before matapos yung week.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Alright.
553.
553 rule, yes.
553.
And 3 BCs.
Thank you, Coach Grace.
Thank you,
Coach Grace. Thank you, Coach Grace. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.